powerful thing about teaching the Middle Ages is that it is so different. Not that it's the same. That societies can organize around a lot of different goals. They don't have to be our goals, and they can be enormously successful. So you can have a theologically oriented society that is also technologically adept, that has enormous capacity for social change and social improvement. It begins with the Renaissance defining itself against the Middle Ages by calling it the Dark Ages, and that's basically where the notion that nothing happened and that it was a dark age and full of superstition, where it was in fact seen as the beginning of technological innovation, with something very simple like the heavy plow, but it revolutionized agriculture and reshaped society. The heavy plow actually made possible the creation of a free peasantry. These little technologies, these pragmatic technologies, actually had huge social consequences and reshaped the whole nature of society in ways that I think it's hard for us to appreciate because we're so used to science, to technology being, iPads, iPhones, things like that. But we do know that the Romans didn't do it. They certainly had the smarts to do it, but they didn't because they didn't have the social values. I mean, they had a totally slave society. Slave societies don't need to innovate in labor technologies. What I really mean by saying an imaginative investment in the past is that sense of your willingness to step back and try and understand something that is really quite other than you and other than yourself. We don't need to go to the Middle Ages to understand what's wrong with torture. What we need is a kind of ethical competency. We need to, have a sense of ourselves as ethical human beings, and there are a lot more proximate ways of finding that than going back to the Middle Ages. We've tended to defend the humanities in terms of basic human values. It makes us better people. I'm not sure that's true. I don't know that studying the humanities makes you a better person. There are some perfectly dreadful humanists around. I do think, it does teach you a certain kind of pluralism, and I think that's very, very important. We cannot live in today's globalizing world without a degree of cultural and ethical competence. And that's what the humanities really can teach.